Leatherface, a chilling character entrenched in horror lore, originates from Tobe Hooper's 1974 film, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This macabre figure is defined by his gruesome habit of wearing masks made from human skin, a trait that has become his signature. At the core of Leatherface's character is a sinister blend of brutality and vulnerability, often depicted as mentally impaired and heavily influenced by his deranged family. His unnerving nature and grotesque appearance have cemented Leatherface as an iconic villain in horror cinema and pop culture. The significance of understanding Leatherface's origins lies in the character's profound impact on the horror genre. He embodies the primal fear of the unknown and the monstrous, yet disturbingly human, lurking within society. His character has influenced a slew of horror films that explore the themes of isolation, human monstrosity, and the breakdown of societal norms. Leatherface serves as a stark reminder of the terrifying potential for cruelty and madness in humanity. Real-world inspirations for Leatherface include notorious serial killers like Ed Gein, who, in the mid-20th century, exhumed corpses and crafted keepsakes from their bones and skin. These gruesome realities lend Leatherface a chilling authenticity, blurring the line between fiction and reality. Another example is Leatherface's influence on subsequent horror villains, such as Jason Voorhees and Michael Myers, who share the hallmark of concealed identities and relentless pursuit of their victims. Supporters of Leatherface as a character argue that he revolutionized horror by presenting a villain who is both terrifying and pitiable, forcing audiences to confront complex emotions of fear and empathy. However, this character has also sparked controversies and challenges regarding the portrayal of mental illness and physical deformities in media, with critics arguing that it perpetuates negative stereotypes and stigmatizes those with disabilities. Leatherface's creation weaves into broader themes of the main topic, such as exploring the darker aspects of humanity and familial influence. His story raises questions about nature versus nurture, as his violent tendencies are exacerbated by his oppressive and morally bankrupt family environment. This intersection of horror and psychological exploration enriches the narrative, inviting viewers to ponder deeper questions about the nature of evil. In summary, Leatherface is more than a figure of terror. He is a complex character who challenges audiences to reflect on fear, morality, and the human condition. The real-life inspiration behind Leatherface refers to the unsettling true stories and individuals that inspired the creation of Leatherface, the infamous fictional character from the horror film series The Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This concept is crucial as it delves into the origins of a character that has become an icon of horror cinema, examining how real-life horrors have been transformed into a narrative that captivates and terrifies audiences. The significance of this point lies in understanding how reality can often be more chilling than fiction. By exploring the real-life inspirations, we gain insight into the ways psychological terror is crafted, blurring the lines between imagination and the human capacity for violence. Leatherface's character is primarily thought to be influenced by Ed Gein, a notorious American murderer and body snatcher. Another possible inspiration is the crimes of Elmer Wayne Henley, who was involved in the Houston mass murders, further fueling the macabre mythos surrounding Leatherface with themes of violence and complicity. These real-world references highlight how deeply unsettling true events can be artistically reinterpreted, amplifying the narrative's horror. The popularity and enduring impact of Leatherface illustrates society's morbid fascination with understanding the darkness within human beings, while providing a cathartic experience through the medium of film. However, this concept is not without its challenges and controversies. Some critics argue that such portrayals can sensationalize and trivialize real-life tragedies, potentially disrespecting victims and their families. Others view it as a necessary exploration of the darker sides of humanity, offering social commentary on the human condition's potential for evil. These real-life inspirations intricately connect to the broader topic of dark history and lore of Leatherface, as they form the foundation upon which the character's fearsome legacy is built. By understanding the real stories behind the fictional narrative, audiences can appreciate the complexity and depth of horror storytelling. Moreover, these inspirations influence the portrayal of other horror characters and stories, perpetuating a cycle of drawing from reality to create gripping and terrifying narratives that continue to captivate and unsettle viewers worldwide. The evolution of Leatherface in film is a fascinating journey that delves into the dark corridors of horror cinema, tracing the transformation of one of the genre's most iconic and fearsome characters. Leatherface, originally introduced in Tobe Hooper's 1974 film, The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, is a fictional character known for his grotesque mask made of human skin and his terrifying use of a chainsaw. Each new incarnation of Leatherface brings with it an updated reflection of contemporary anxieties and societal issues. The character's evolution also underscores the enduring nature of horror villains, who are not mere monsters, but rather deeply disturbed individuals, making them both terrifying and, in some twisted sense, relatable. Two notable examples that illustrate the evolution of Leatherface are the original 1974 film and the 2003 remake. In the original, Leatherface is portrayed as a silent, brute force, more of a tool in the hands of his cannibalistic family than a fully realized individual. This depiction tapped into fears of the unknown and the randomness of violence in post-Vietnam America. Meanwhile, the 2003 remake reimagines Leatherface with more psychological depth, providing a backstory that attempts to humanize him, reflecting the modern trend of exploring the origins of horror icons to evoke sympathy and a deeper understanding of their monstrosity. Critics and fans alike have lauded the character's evolution as a testament to the creativity and adaptability of horror storytelling. However, this evolution is not without its controversies. Some purists argue that reimagining Leatherface with a backstory diminishes his enigmatic terror, making him less of an inscrutable force of nature and more of a tragic figure. Others contend that continuous reinvention is necessary to keep the character relevant to new generations of viewers. In relation to the broader theme of dark history and lore, Leatherface's evolution underscores a critical examination of how horror reflects our shifting societal fears and moral questions. It also influences how we perceive other elements of the genre, such as the role of the antagonist, the nature of fear, and the cinematic depiction of violence. As Leatherface continues to evolve, he remains a pivotal figure in exploring the dark depths of human fear and cultural lore in horror cinema. The concept of Leatherface's character is pivotal in understanding the dark history and lore surrounding this iconic figure from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. Leatherface is depicted as a hulking, mentally challenged individual who is both terrifying and tragic. Often clad in a mask made from human skin, a macabre hallmark, Leatherface wields his signature chainsaw with deadly intent. This chilling character encapsulates the essence of horror, combining elements of brutality with a disturbing sense of vulnerability. Leatherface's character is significant because he represents the intersection of fear and empathy within the horror genre. His portrayal touches on themes of familial loyalty, isolation, and societal rejection. This blend of horror and tragedy makes him more than just a villain. It portrays him as a victim of circumstance, shaped by a dysfunctional and abusive environment. By exploring these layers, audiences gain a deeper understanding of the monster behind the mask, making Leatherface a symbol of the darker aspects of human nature. One real-world application of Leatherface's character is in the exploration of mental illness and the stigmatization of individuals with disabilities. His portrayal prompts discussions on the consequences of neglect and abuse and how these factors contribute to the creation of violent behavior. Additionally, Leatherface serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of societal indifference towards those who are different, encouraging empathy and understanding rather than fear and ostracism. Critics and enthusiasts alike recognize Leatherface as both a cultural icon and a reflection of societal fears. Some view him as a critique of rural American life, highlighting themes of economic despair and a lack of social mobility. However, there are controversies surrounding the character, particularly regarding the portrayal of mental illness as inherently violent. This stereotype can perpetuate stigma and misunderstandings about real-world conditions, leading to criticism from mental health advocates. Despite these challenges, Leatherface's character remains influential in the horror genre, connecting to broader themes of human monstrosity and the cycle of violence. His story interlinks with the narrative of family dynamics and survival, central to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre lore. Through Leatherface, audiences confront their fears and prejudices, ultimately reflecting on the human capacity for both empathy and horror. This complex character is a crucial component of the franchise, embodying the terrifying and tragic facets of fear that resonate deeply with audiences.